right. We're live now. So what is this? Episode 44.
Well, we got to play our entrance music. Might as well do fucking regulate. Hold on, let me.
Just pull it up on your phone. This is ghetto as shit.
Hashtag
Junkie.
fabulous.
With screen share.
All right, here we go.
Regulators. We regulate any stealing of this property. We're damn good too.
I feel as Raiders fans, we have to know all these songs. It comes with the territory.
Is it clear black white? Midnight moon, Warren G was on the streets, tried to consume the search for the needs. Gonna get my phone, chilling off on just hit the east side and see me. Just trying to find us with Warren G. Need to swing.
Are you skirting over some way to Warren G?
All right, let's roll into episode 44 of Rap Bus.
All right, what do you want to talk about this week?
Well,
as you can see, me and Nick really didn't prepare.
Let's go ahead and give a big fucking cheers to the Oakland Raiders. I have been drunk since Sunday night.
Let's talk about them a little bit. So I was watching the game this Sunday by myself. I was really thinking, I don't know, man. Like it was set to where it was going to be tough for us. We've been struggling like the last week or two. And so I just, last year at the end of the season, they struggled as well. And I think part of that was because Amari was out. And so, I don't know, after that Chiefs game, I was like, well, it's going to start up again. But they kind of managed to pull this one out. The offense is struggling, as we talked about before the episode. But
no, it was one of those things. We got handed a silver platter right before we came on where it's like, here is the AFC West. And watching that game, as soon as I saw Latavius Murray fumble it in the red zone, I was like, there it goes. We're fucked. We literally are going to shoot ourselves in the foot from getting a first-round bye and then fucking the AFC West. So then we're going to have to travel to Pittsburgh, who's playing like a bat out of hell right now. And so I'm glad they pulled it out. We'll see how this weekend goes. Kansas City has a tough schedule with Denver and San Diego, and we do too because the Colts are pretty decent. I mean, they're not great, but they're a thorn in everybody's side. And then, of course, we ended with Denver in Denver, which will be a great game. Great game.
Man, I don't know. If you read that article I wrote about the Thursday Night Football preview about the Chiefs, I just dogged on Alex Smith and them pretty bad. But
dude, he is a fucking game manager.
I don't know how they win. I think it's like all they are is they're just constant. They're just consistent. They're not like ever bad. It's just you have to play better than them all four quarters to beat them.
So what was it?
On their bad weeks, though. So I think that they can be beat. I don't want to say this about any other team. I'm so superstitious, and it makes me feel terrible that I'm about to cheer for the Broncos.
Well, you got to think, like this weekend, living in Tennessee, I was a fucking huge Titans fan this weekend. The fact that the Titans pulled that out, thank you. So, I don't know. I really think they just have one of those things. If you can outplay them on offense, I think you'll win. But this week, Chris Harris and them are going to shut down those wide receivers. It doesn't matter if fucking Jeremy Macklin's 100% healthy. He's not going to do well.
Somebody was talking about it on ESPN radio. I don't know if it was local or Mike and Mike, but they were talking about how the Titans, all they did was take away Tyreek Hill, and they took away the run game. Like they let Macklin, they took away Hill and Kelsey. That was it. And so they just, you can stop Macklin. He's not going to,
He's not a burner. He's a possession wide receiver. And then Spencer Ware has not done very well this year.
Yeah, I know. Did he tear us up? One of them did anyway. The first time we played him.
Well, it was in the rain, dude. And you got to think that's back when our defense was struggling.
Yeah, and then the Titans, they're pretty good against the run. So going into that game, I was like, okay, Titans have terrible DBs. They have terrible secondary, but they can kind of, take away the run game from them and just make them rely on the pass. And in the end, they pulled it out. If anybody was going to do it, it would be the Titans. So
good for them. But who else? The Patriots are the only other team to clinch this week, which they clinched a first-round bye and the AFC East. So that's the 8th straight year, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So that machine just keeps rolling. And then this week we have a bunch of people, which is crazy going into week 16 that we only have 2 teams that have clinched. So I know the Giants, Cowboys, Chiefs, there's multiple teams that all they have to do is win this week and they're in. Seeding's, of course, up for grabs, but should be interesting. It's going to be a great weekend of football. I mean, especially because almost everybody's on a short week with the game Saturday. So it should be great.
I know. What sucks is that I'm going to be traveling on Saturday and the game's in the middle of the day, and it's not going to be on local.
Where are you going?
Jet back home.
What the fuck, Wilson?
Man, I'll be going everywhere that day. I won't be staying overnight either.
You going to Kurt's?
Nope.
I was about to say, I don't think you watch this, so.
No, I got to hit up the grandparents and then my dad's. And then
you going to your mom's? You got your squirrels to bring your power?
No,
it's cold here.
She's coming to my grandma's. So, hey, man, we were without heat again. Dude, it was reminiscent of the coldest winter ever. Squirrel King.
Come yeah. My children.
But no, I'm gonna have to just, I guess, listen to it on my app on my phone. I have like the Bay Area radio on my phone, so I'll just check it out.
No, I mean they're playing at home against the Colts, so it should be semi good.
The Raiders are now one of those teams that
they play better on the road, man.
Well, not even that. It's just that they go into games and you're like, okay, the Raiders, like 90% of the time, should win this game right here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're expected to win games now. People are expecting them to win games now. And I can't tell you the last time the Raiders were expected to win games in a season, So, this is a game that they should win. What's the line on it?
Hey, Wilson, Andy says, Wilson, unclick the box around your picture of Nick and rotate to whoever's talking so you also go into settings. Turn your mic from webcam you're using also. It'll rotate to rotate. He just sent it not too long ago. 2 minutes ago. I don't know. Mine's changing, so it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I don't know what the line is. There's a bunch of good games this weekend. I know we have the Giants and Eagles at the Eagles. Janoris Jenkins might not play because he has a bruised back. Which the Giants right now, dude, they scare the shit out of me.
I don't know why, man.
It might be one of those teams that sneaks up and then you're like, how the fuck are they in the Super Bowl? And then they fucking win it again.
I don't know, man. I'm not sold on the Giants.
Dude, their defense is fucking top notch. They haven't fucking given up a touchdown in 2 games.
It's just that offense, man. I don't know. It's Eli, man.
No, it's Eli.
It's being burned by Eli too many times.
Well, burned by Eli in fantasy, but as a normal quarterback,
no,
they're bad.
Well, I don't know, man. We'll just have to see. They are very tough, but I don't know. It's just when it comes down to the playoffs, we'll see what they do.
So we didn't get to talk about this last week. What about the fucking Chargers the future is looking like it's in LA. Like it's almost signed, sealed, stamped. They're off to LA. I know they were talking about a total rebuild of where they're changing their name, changing their colors, changing the logo, everything.
Oh man.
Which I would rather have the Chargers in LA than fucking Rams.
Man,
the Rams are my fucking shit.
Both of them were perfect for LA. They should.
They're mediocre teams instead of moving a high-profile team.
They'll somehow, what they'll do is they'll manage to make like jerseys that represent both teams because both of those shitty teams equal together make like a
whole team. They just get rid of two teams and combine into one.
They're like, we'll just split the profits. It's embarrassing how much we make alone.
But it's one of those things. If you're the owner of the Chargers and the city of San Diego says, hey, for $1, you could rent out the stadium for the next 99 years. Would you take it? Because you'll make a fuck ton of money.
I think you could take it while you're working on another deal. Just do that, man.
Like that's what blows my mind is the fact that he's not thinking like, I can make a fuck ton of money.
I think he's pissed. I think he's just pissed at San Diego, man.
I would be too. I mean, it's the same thing with Mark Davis. I understand where Oakland's coming from because Al Davis fucked them in the past. And then they got his fucking chili bowl cut son running the team now. So they're like, we can do whatever we want with this guy.
I feel that in Oakland it was more of, you all haven't been relevant in over 10 years. And so they were like, we just don't give a shit to have you here anymore. And then all of a sudden we're coming on, and becoming popular again. And all of a sudden they're like, let's see if we can get something done. And then there's another side to it that I saw as well. It was that just the city has to, say, well, at least we tried, and put together some shitty, deal.
I wish I knew what the Oracle was like, if it was that rundown. Because, Golden State's going to be good for a long time.
Isn't Golden State leaving?
Yeah. They have a fucking all-star team.
Where are they going, though?
Oh, I don't think they're going to leave. There's no fucking way they'll let them leave.
I could have sworn I heard something about that.
But the Pro Bowl today. So Pro Bowl rosters came out today. Who do you think got snubbed? Because there was multiple people.
Marquette King for as popular as he got. I'm shocked. I really thought he was going to go in because everybody loved him.
It was one of the things that he was one of the 5. It was Drew Brees, Stafford, Sean Lee. I can't remember who the 4th was, and Marquette King. I was like, it's funny that we're arguing over if a punter is a Pro Bowler or not.
But it's just like he was so popular, and that's all it is with the Pro Bowl. It's just popularity.
Well, you got to think the other popular punter in the NFL is fucking Pat McAfee, who's the funniest man in the NFL.
Yeah, that's both of them.
And he's in the AFC. So the Pat McAfee show, if you don't follow him on Twitter, you need to because he's great.
Yeah. He
is perfect. But
I think I'm reading.
Like, they're the 2 best punters in the NFL, without a doubt. Because, the dude literally picked up a damn flag, danced with it, and threw it on the ground.
I know. I was like, this dude's so popular, he's just rolling in it. But, okay, so I looked it up to backtrack a little bit. It says, as Warriors, San Francisco move looms, Oakland feels insulted and abandoned. So I think they are moving across the bay.
Unless if the Oracle looks anything like fucking O.co, leave.
O.co. What a terrible name. Remember when you play Madden and it'd be like, welcome to O.co Coliseum, and you're just like, God, can't we have a good fucking name on our stadium?
There's 13 fucking people in the crowd. The entire top fucking layer.
The whole
just blacked out.
Tarps and Raiders logos everywhere, so they only have to sell like 1,000 tickets. I read somewhere the other day where we are going to playoffs. If we host a playoff game, that the NFL is probably going to make them remove that tarp so they can sell more tickets.
Oh, except the Raider logo. They're going to remove the 2 side ones, but not that Raider logo.
No, I think they'd have to remove all of it. But
I'm shocked the Jags haven't fucking done that yet. Like the Jags, Browns, and 49ers. We've seen that shit all over the internet so far where it's just somebody takes a picture of the crowd and it's fucking just dismal. Like it's pathetic. Like you could buy a fucking ticket to a Browns game for less than a fucking beer.
The beer would probably be the best part of that. Just think if so it's the latter half of the year for the Browns and you're living in Cleveland and your favorite team is coming to town and you can get great tickets for you and all your buddies for I don't know,
$100.
Yeah, $100, something like that. Good God, I'd be like, Merry Christmas.
Christmas, I'm struggling with my dad. I was going to buy him tickets to the 49ers game down in Atlanta because I looked them up. You can get fucking lower bowl tickets for $70 because that's how bad the 49ers are. No, they're playing the Saints next week, and it was the cheapest tickets, $98. One is the last game.
It's you know what, you want to be an avid fan and a really diehard fan and go to a lot of games, but you just can't afford to do it all the time unless you get nosebleeds and stuff like that, and that's not that enjoyable. I mean, it's okay to walk around the Concord or wherever the shit they call it. But then, when you go sit down in your seats, and I'm talking just from experiences at, the Titans at Nissan Field, it's it's so high up, and you're like, why did I spend my money on this? So you don't get, I feel like you don't get to enjoy as many games in the NFL because they're so damn expensive.
Oh, yeah. So that's the, the first section of the upper deck. It's 10 rows. If you're above that, it's ants running around.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the reason why you keep seeing ticket sales down. One, they're expensive as fuck. And two, why would I go watch a game when you have fucking high def from every angle when I can sit on my couch and drink a 12-pack for the price I'm going to pay for one beer?
I mean, it's fun to go to. If you can't go to any games and you can go to one and you got bad tickets, that would be cool with me. But, it's due in part because they only play once a week. As opposed, baseball, hockey, basketball, NBA. So that's why the tickets are so much. I think I might be wrong on this, but I think that the Predators have the best ticket prices in the NHL.
They have one of the most expensive tickets. Yeah.
Who does?
The Preds. They have one of the most expensive tickets in the NHL.
I don't know, man. I promise that it's low.
Last I looked, they have one of the higher ticket prices in the NHL. One, because fucking Nashville's blowing up, man. It's the Hollywood of the Southeast. And Nashville's growing by 88 people a day. And the Preds are good this year. And, good in the past few years. So,
All right, so I found a little thing here on Ticket IQ. It was posted October 13th. And it shows that Nashville, F are they? Ticket prices by team. I'm struggling busting it. Predators, okay. Beginning of 2014-15, it was $100 and 103.14. Beginning of 2015-16, 125, and they 2016, 2017, 144. So they have went up, and the changes went up by $41.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is pretty high.
I told you, man. They're one of Chicago is going to be number one or number two.
40% change in a 3-year span.
Yeah, it's just you got to think how Nashville's grown like that.
Hurricane went up 63%. Let's see what else. The Rangers went up 41%. The Canucks went down 55%.
Vancouver, it's Canadian.
I think they're pretty solid this year, though. Okay, so yeah, you're right on that.
No, I know just the way Nashville's growing. I mean, that's the thing is you see one team growing in Nashville, you see the other one fucking just being a steady just shitstorm. Like, granted, the Titans are on the playoff cusp this year, but I mean, they've always just been a mediocre team.
Yeah, I
Why
know.
they say forward pass or backward pass at the Music City Miracle.
It was bad. It was backwards.
Damn Frank Wycheck, that lucky son of a bitch.
But no, yeah, tickets are just way too much, man. And you know, they went up for the Prez, like you were saying. You were right. That was my bad. But
Damn right it was.
I will say that compared to last year, like when the Titans were terrible, it was so easy to get tickets and go
dude.
see whoever.
That's,
you know,
I mean,
this year nobody wants to give them away.
Yeah, because they're decent. So I mean, even if they were flip the record, if they're 5-8 right now, you'd literally be able to get a ticket for $50.
Yeah, nobody be going.
Like I was going to buy my dad tickets for the Texans game the last week of the season, but you can't find anything in the lower bowl for under $100. I'm not going to do that
because that's going to be a
literally
big
say, hey, let's go to a fucking B-Dubs and I'll spend $70.
Yeah, and
we'll watch it in HD and avoid the elements.
Yeah, that's going to be a big game for them, though. I predict that it's going to come down to that.
Do you think Tom Savage is going to start the rest of the year?
If I were the Texans coaching staff, I would make him my starter for the rest of the year. I would not let Brock Osweiler get back under center unless Savage got hurt. I would give Savage every opportunity to earn that position moving forward. Because you have to, man. You have to know what you got going into next season. Because what if they don't, give him enough time, and then you're like, you know what? I don't know. It's between him and Brock. We're paying Brock all this money, so we're going to start Brock. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't come down to that. It should come down to who's better. Who's going to win you games, man. The better player.
That's a shitty thing about free agency, like. Because you paid Brock so much money, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Man, he cannot throw, dude. You know it. Everybody knows. Everybody that is an NFL fan and watches him play knows that he is not good.
Well, apparently nobody in fucking Houston knew that because they gave him so much goddamn money.
I think they were just tired of not having a quarterback. It was just last year. They had 4 or 5 quarterbacks, and they're like, we need to get somebody in here, even if it's, everybody knew that they overpaid for him. But they were like, if we can just get an average quarterback, maybe we can turn him into something above average. It'll be worth the money in the end. And he's been worse than any of the dudes they had starting for him last year. I'd rather have Brandon Whedon in there than Brock Osweiler.
That's debatable, man. No, but it blows my mind with Bill O'Brien that he couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on with him because he's a quarterback guru.
I think it's Brock, man. I think he's just a mess. Like he's not that good. I think the best thing for him would be a run first offense. Like very run first offense.
A Gary Kubiak offense.
Yeah. Yes, extremely run first.
By the way, I'm drinking Yahoo's Winter Porter. You guys haven't tried that and it's in your local area, try it. It's fucking good. It's brewed with vanilla.
No, but back to that whole Brandon Whedon thing. At least he could throw to DeAndre, man.
Dude, that's what blows.
Brock can't even throw to DeAndre.
He's ruined DeAndre Hopkins. This year, anyway. DeAndre, I mean, I still love you. I'm going to draft you every year I can because you're that good. But I'm suspect with old Brock Osweiler.
Man, I tell you what, going into a fantasy draft next year, if Brock Osweiler is if he's the penciled-in starter for the beginning of the season, I'm not taking DeAndre Hopkins. I'm not going through that again.
Let's go back to fantasy right now. Playoffs right now. How many championships are you in?
None. I got knocked out of the only one I had a shot at making it to. It was a bad year. It was a very rough year.
I'm in 3. Of course, the one I care about the most, I'm in the fucking loser bracket. I don't give a shit about the work league. I can win $1,000 in 2 work leagues. I mean, I wouldn't give a fuck. But in the Bush League, I'm goddamn last place. So,
something, man.
No, it just this week there's a lot of the good players that have probably carried a lot of the good teams to the promised land, such as especially running back wise. I know David Johnson and Shady for me don't have great matchups this week. And quarterback wise, because I always I ride the waiver wire. Like I made a point in one work league that Eli Manning got drafted in the 5th round to make it to the playoffs and make it as far as I can with an average quarterback, and I did. So I rode the Tyrod Taylor and Carson Palmer train all year and made it to the championship.
Man, that's rough.
Of course, it's going to ruin me because now I got to start Carson Palmer in the championship game.
It's terrible, man.
Well, help my DJ 4K makes it.
What about Le'Veon? Man, I had Le'Veon. He came on a little bit too late for me, man. He couldn't pull it out for me. And then
you know what's funny is I don't really. He is so freaking good that it's like we expect him to be up here.
We expect 20.
He's right here, but we expect this.
No, he's great, man. Yeah, I mean, like he got teens. Like if you're guaranteed teens by any skilled position. Dude, he's that's solid, man. That's all I expect out of him. But like he's been on a roll lately.
Yeah, the fact that we're saying, all right, he's kind of had a down year. Granted, he's had 10 out of 11 games over 100 scrimmage yards. We're like, oh, Le'Veon, what are you doing? You suck.
No, he's the best, man. Like I don't know why he doesn't have any hype this year. I don't know. He's the best.
Suspension, man. That's what scares people is that he's fucking stupid. So,
boy, but he knows how to run football.
Yeah, he is. So right now, who's your number 1 draft pick next year?
Right now,
yep.
Le'Veon, easy.
Really? You take him over David Johnson?
Yes.
See, I'm leaning towards old DJ. DJ, and I hate to say it, but Zeke looks really good, man.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you can justify any 3 of those.
What about Todd Gurley?
No, man. Ooh, boy, he screwed me over in one league really bad this year.
Todd Gurley might be on my no-no list, as is Eddie Lacy, Eli Manning, and Colin Kaepernick.
Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, there we go. My monitor accidentally turned off there.
God, there was something else I was going to ask you about.
Who would be your number 1 wide receiver? I'm sorry, I was focused on the screen. I didn't hear what you said.
No, there's something else. I'll think about it. Wide receiver wise, you still have to go Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham Jr.
Man, I think you still got to go AJ. But the thing about AJ is he always has that
nagging injury that hangs out for months.
Yeah, it's always turf toe. The thing about I don't know why the Bengals would allow him to play moving forward this season. Like, I would just be like, dude, you're done. We're deactivating you. We have no shot at the playoffs, and you're one of our stars. So I would just bench him. I mean, like, I wouldn't let him play.
That's the same thing with Luke Kuechly. For
man,
I would not put him back on the field.
He might be done, man.
I mean, the fact that man broke down that bad after a concussion.
I think he's done, dude. Like, if he's sitting there and he's spacing out and stuff still, this is like a month after that happened, man.
And that's what's so fucking sad is that he is so gifted on the football field. Like,
and you know what? Everybody was hard on Borland when he retired early. Remember that middle linebacker for the Niners?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. After looking at Kuechly and just that look on his face and just
he had no idea where he was when he was getting carted off the field. Like, that's what – so this guy literally is – it's the same thing with a lineman. The first thing that you hit that person with is your fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's literally like you taking a baseball bat, getting hit right here constantly, 70 times a game.
I mean, like, you're always taught to lead with your two screws, like not with your head down, but like just like that, and just think that force on the neck, the head, hitting running backs at full speed. Damn, son.
I mean, that's the same thing with Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas still contemplating retirement. I really think we'll see these mega stars start to retire really, really soon. Like they'll get that massive second contract, and when that's coming to an end, of like, I'm done, deuces.
Yeah.
Especially those ones that have some sort of huge contract with, especially sponsors and stuff like that. Like Gronk. Why is Gronk even trying to come back?
Why not, man? He has nothing else better to do. He has fun with it. I mean, like if you can wake up in the morning after playing a game or a hard practice or something like that, and you're like, all right, let's do this, and it doesn't feel like it's a hassle for you or whatever like that, then keep doing it, man, until they tell you not to. I mean, like you heard Woodson why he retired. He like woke up after that Detroit game or something.
Yeah, and he was like, I couldn't move.
He's like, man, that was the day I knew I was done. And just I couldn't do it. It was the day of the Detroit. It was something like that. He just,
which was what, like week 14, 15 last year?
No, it was in the middle of the season. I'm pretty sure we lost to him. I remember that. We shouldn't have lost that game. But
no, I really think we'll start to see that a lot soon. Is that people would just see these people saying, "I'm done. I can't do this. Like I'm not going to put my body through this."
Some people are just built for it, man. Just never hurt. Never hurt that we know of. Not seriously injured anyway.
Yeah. Oh God. So all right. So would you put AJ Green above Julio Jones?
No.
See, because I feel Julio Jones is the better version of AJ that always has that like lingering injury. Like he hasn't played the last 2 games because of his toe.
But think about it, like he does get injuries, but he has Matt Ryan throwing to him over, instead of Andy Dalton. So
yeah,
I kind of like.
So
Matt
I mean,
Ryan
like
more than
I feel AJ's stock is starting to slowly dip.
He's not going to go anywhere, man. He'll be okay next year.
We know, Wilson. We know you're going to draft him in the second round.
This is the first year I haven't had him in like 4 years or something, 4 or 5 years, something like that. It kind of, that's probably why I lost. He's probably the key to my success. Even when he's sitting on my effing bench hurt.
He's that motivational leader that you need on your fantasy team.
Like Seabass.
So prediction right now, who do you got in the Super Bowl?
I don't want to do it, man.
I'm not calling the Raiders. Like, as a Raider fan,
I'm not calling it either, but I don't know. I've been very superstitious this season.
I don't think they are mature enough to get there. When your 3 fucking leaders have only been in the league for 3 years, I think that's a big issue.
We'll see what happens, man. I don't think it's them either, but we'll see what happens.
You watching Pro Bowl? The fact they're going back to the AFC, NFC?
Yeah, I'm watching that. And more importantly, we have 7 players in there. I want to hear them talk about the Raiders.
Well, if they make the Super Bowl, we won't fucking have 7 players in there.
You're right.
So me and Andy were talking about this the other day. Why don't they do like a 4-team flag football competition or 8-team where you have to have at least 1 offense lineman, 1 defense lineman, 1 linebacker, 1 tight end, 1 wide receiver, 1 corner, and 1 running back and a quarterback on your team?
Man, think about that though. Would you really want to take somebody out of your team's helmet and instead put flags on their waist? Like I like it when I see my quarterback wearing the Raiders logo on the side of his helmet and dropping back in the Pro Bowl instead of seeing him drop back, in like a neutral gray or whatever color jersey.
So what if you see Derek Carr drop back and get his knee blown out?
But nobody does that. It's the Pro Bowl.
Hey man, I will fucking forward you the hit Sean Taylor laid on the punter in the Pro Bowl.
That's Sean Taylor. That's Sean Taylor.
That guy still has no idea what year it is.
Everybody knows that the Pro Bowl, you don't lay out anybody like that. I mean, you can still play tough, but you don't have free.
Still, it's one of those things you could have
free effort into a shot. I know,
he's
man.
fucking running. Somebody
I just want to see flag football. I don't want to see televised flag football unless it's on like MTV or what do they used to do?
The Rock and Jock?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Rock and Jock softball?
Yeah.
Like Kenny Lofton caught a fucking Bill Bellamy pop fly barehanded.
You know what I'm talking about, though. I don't want to see that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to see my guys wear pads.
That's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. We didn't really talk about T2 like we wanted to. We'll be sure that we bring that up next episode.
So we can start now. I'm putting it on the poll on Twitter. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? That's been a debate for years now.
I think it is. I think any movie. Okay, so let's think about it. So he's a father in a struggling relationship, you know, with his estranged wife, whatever this shit's going on. She's not. So John McClane's wife is not taking his last name at the beginning of the movie. And so she's at that party, you know, he shows up. What's the guy's name who tells him, or who hangs out with him, Ellis or some shit like that?
Is that the damn dad from Family Matters?
No, you're thinking of Carl Winslow or whatever. I don't know his name in the movie, but I'm talking about the dude who, like, he goes in there to talk to Hans Gruber, and he goes, "Hans, Bubby, I'm your white knight." That guy, like, he's hanging out with Ellis or some shit, and then all the time he's laughing. And then, okay, so are we doing this? Are we going to like recreate the movie Die Hard from memory? And just, you want to do this really quick?
We're going to start with Die Hard.
But the thing is that if we
transform into Sarah Connor, T2.
If we start talking about T2, we'll be here for like another hour, though.
I got 2 bottles of pee in right now.
We'll talk about this another night, but Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I mean, it happens during Christmas. What's the difference? This is my thing. What's the difference between Die Hard and Jingle All the Way?
There's
2 guys going at each other. They both similar
trying
things.
to get their family's love and admiration. One has to defeat Sinbad. The other has to defeat Professor Snape.
Yep, Hans.
And then
one's Turbo Man. One's John McClane.
Well, let's think about that. Well, Turbo Man, he has Booster that helps him out, though. John McClane really...
Nobody fucking liked Booster, though.
Nobody likes Booster, I know. But he still had like a bumbling sidekick, and John McClane really didn't have one. I guess Ellis could be John McClane's bumbling sidekick. Why haven't we written a movie yet? We just...
Dude, I have no idea. Like,
let's just follow this... this whole thing we've laid out here.
Well, you fucking remember our damn Rocky being Forrest Gump's dad.
I remember most of it. What was it like? No, it was Sylvester Stallone. It wasn't Rocky. We just said Sylvester Stallone is Forrest Gump's dad. Like, he's like, "Bitch, you're not." This is terrible. You're not pregnant, and he like punched her in the stomach or shoved her down the stairs or some shit. And so
he just started like that fucking piece of meat in the locker room.
Oh, damn. Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
I have nothing new. Are we done? We good?
Yeah, man. I'm sending this tweet out about Die Hard real quick. Quick. What's your favorite Christmas song? Go.
Favorite what song?
Christmas song.
Christmas song?
Man. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, fucking 4 days to Christmas.
Oh, man, I don't know. What's yours?
I don't know why, but mine is Feliz Navidad or Meliki Maka, the Hawaiian version or Mexican version of.
The Little Drummer Boys. It's solid. That song by Wham or George Michael, what was it? Last Christmas or some shit. I like me some George Michael. He's good.
Fucking Abby's got me listening to damn NSYNC's Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Is that when she straps you to the chair and like
just pins my eyes open?
I was about to say she takes your eyelids. And what
I don't sleep for 3 days after that.
Makes you watch the music video on repeat.
Yes, Wilson. Welcome to my nightmare.
All right, well, we're done this week. We'll end it right here. We'll be back next week. We'll come back. We'll try and come back full crew. We'll talk about what we got for Christmas. That'll be fun. Some of the games that go on. I'm pretty sure Nick will have a family story. Something
Absolutely.
by week Bill did. You should try and get your dad on sometime, honestly.
Dude, he doesn't, unless it's ESPN or fantasy,
you need to
he
go
doesn't know how to
over
use
there,
a computer.
Go over there. Set it up.
I could do that.
Listen
to Christmas on Sunday. If you guys want to do a fucking show on Sunday,
what time are you going to be over there?
We get back from Jackson at like 2 to 3 o'clock.
Because I know for the afternoon, probably into the evening, we'll be at her parents. So we'll
figure something out. I mean, if I have to, I'll send it to them. We'll get them on here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So, are you writing that article about Brock?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be mean in this one. I'm just gonna lay down a good solid opinion and stuff. But I want to talk about why I think it's better for the Texans to give Tom Savage a shot. Because I don't think Brock's the answer by no means. So
yeah. So, and then I'm almost done with that other one, the draft bust 30 for 30. I had to do some other editing to it. So we'll have a couple articles come out this week on our website. Make sure you like us on Facebook at Draft Bust. And then, me and Andy will probably do some live games soon again, like we did last week. So,
Deuces.
Peace.